these aren't regulated like cigarettes, obviously.
Well,
The FDA, I thought they were petitioning to regulate these.
since 2010, the FDA has been trying to regulate these, and the FDA said, "Wait a minute, this is a drug." And in 2011, there was actually a ruling that said, "No, it's not a drug; it's a recreational product," and that set the FDA back because they couldn't, they couldn't regulate it. They went back and tried to regulate it again in 2014, and they had a setback that again said no. They wanted to regulate it at that time based on the fact that it's just like a combustible cigarette. And they said, no, it's different than a combustible cigarette. So actually, just in February of this year, the FDA had to meet a deadline that said, bring us your regulations and we'll think about it. The FDA missed that deadline. So it's a continual ongoing fight to decide how much the FDA can regulate this. But as of right now, all the regulation for e-cigarettes is basically statewide or citywide. A lot of cities have said, well, you're not going to do this in our city in restaurants, or you're not going to do this in our city in public buildings. But that means you can do it in all the other places. So the airlines, for example, have said, you're not going to bring these things on airplanes because they can blow up. Yeah. And, but all of this is circumvented by the internet. A 9-year-old kid could go on the internet. They can buy e-cigarettes. They can buy nicotine. They can buy really whatever they want. And you brought up advertising. The manufacturers of these things have decided to flavor the liquid. So you can buy strawberry, banana, cherry. Now, who is this really aimed at? It's aimed at little kids.
But is there a legal preclusion? So the people who make these e-cigarettes, is there a law that says you cannot advertise direct advertising to 18 or under?
No.
Oh, so there is no. So,
okay. They can advertise. And that's why it's so different than combustible cigarettes. It's just not regulated right now. And the advertising is very, very clever. If you go on the internet and look at e-cigarette ads, they are very good. I mean, it looks like this is your answer because number one,